What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today, hey, we're back finally with another cricket match review. Of course, with the T20 World Cup being over, we didn't really have much cricket to review or to go on with. And also, just a quick FYI, if you guys can hear the amount of rain and the amount of wind in the background, then I'm so sorry. I'm going to try my best to minimize it with the audio, but it is currently hailing, like it is raining as hard as I've ever seen, and it feels like I'm about to be swept up in a tornado. So if you see the roof fly off this joint, you see me fly away mid-video, you know why. Hey, we are here. India versus New Zealand in a T20 series. The first game was rained out. The second game, India completely destroyed the Kiwis on their home soil. And it all, I mean, we're just going to get straight into it, guys. If you, sorry. Firstly, if you guys are new, subscribe. What are you doing? Leave a like. It's all free. Comment down below your opinions on the game. Hey, great game of cricket. Great game of cricket. And it's all because of the player of the match. Let's get into it. Surya Yadav, the #1 T20 batsman in the world right now. 111 not out of 51. Came in to bat at number 3. Obviously was batting at 4 during the World Cup, and just a slight role change and no effect at all. He's pretty good, this kid. I mean, he's almost 30, isn't he? Well, I think he is, but he's pretty good. He's pretty bloody good, this man Surya. He just keeps on keeping on in 2022. He's got a strike rate of about 180 this year. He's made over 1,100 runs this year in T20 cricket. He is having a phenomenal year and is rightfully the #1 white ball cricketer in the world right now. Pretty comfortably. So, hey, let's get into it, guys. Let's jump straight into the review of this game. Of course, you know, I do understand there was a few, streaming complications for people in India. I know that it was streaming on Amazon in India, but I know that Star Sports weren't showing it, like DD, I think it's called, and Voot and all of those places weren't showing it. So, if you didn't happen to catch this match, I'm going to review it all here for you and everything you need to know. Great match of cricket, really was. A great showing from this young Indian team. Let's get into it. Ishan Kishan. You guys know I'm a big Ishan fan. He looked really, really good. They then came off with a bit of rain delay. And then he came back on, hit a boundary, I think it was, first ball. And then found his way to go out. 36 off 31, 5 fours and a 6. Looked really good. Looked really, really good. Was making hard singles every single ball. He just looked like he wanted to be out there and prove a point, which I like to see. Rishabh Pant. Now, we love Rishi. Everyone loves Rishabh Pant. A great player in Test cricket. A pretty good ODI player. T20 cricket, not so much at the moment for the man Rishabh. I mean, ever since that injury that he kind of had, I think it was a year and a half ago where he missed a little bit of the IPL, he just hasn't been the same T20 cricketer since. Since he kind of became captain at the Delhi Capitals. Around that sort of time, when he took over from Shreyas Iyer as captain, it just hasn't been the same Rishabh in this format, which is really disappointing because of his potential to strike the ball and just send the ball to fucking Jupiter. But he just doesn't look confident in his strokes. He doesn't look like he knows his role in T20 cricket, which, is a little bit of the BCCI fault with, not picking him really in T20 cricket, picking DK and then bringing him in as this finisher, but now they want him to play as an opener. It's a little bit of miscommunication from the selectors, but we know that now Chetan Sharma has been sacked, so maybe we see Rishabh start to mould his own sort of role at the top of the order, or whether it's down the order, I don't know, but I don't think it'll be at top of the order. He is not an opener. We've seen a little bit of him opening at international and in the IPL. I just don't think it's his position. I think, if he is going to open, you have to give him the license from ball 1, because this 6 from 13 was not it. You know, him trying to block the ball and work into an innings in T20 cricket is not Rishabh Pant, especially when he's opening and Ishan Kishan was, you know, just doing his thing at the other end as well, you know, running hard singles, and it puts pressure. And Rishabh, he fell to that. He played a really loose shot, didn't move the feet, and lost his wicket for it, unfortunately. Now we jump into the man at number 3, Surya Kumar Yadav. We just spoke about him, but he's the best batsman in the world. 111, 51 balls. It took him absolutely piss all to get there. It took like 49 deliveries. It was ridiculous. 11 fours and 7 sixes. A strike rate of 217 is just absurd for someone to be at a number 3 batting position and to finish with a 217 strike rate, ladies and gentlemen. Do you guys understand what that means? It means he was not there to fuck around. He was there to just hit the ball and send it over the boundary. That was that was his goal throughout the game, and he did exactly that. Some of the shots he played were just ridiculous. Just 360 like, just AB de Villiers, but on steroids. That's what it reminded me of. It was ridiculous. There were some shots that he played in the 18th over, I'm very sure it was, where he just flicked them over his head like 3 times, and I'm thinking, what the hell did I just watch? Like, I don't understand how you did that. Like, the ball is coming at him 145 kilometers, and it looks like he's got about 10 seconds to just make his decision. It's like the ball moves in slow motion for him when he hits it. I seriously mean that. Like, it is ridiculous. And you just don't see many players have this sort of capability in T20 cricket. Like, the guys he reminds me of right now is obviously AB, but Chris Gale, like a guy like Kyron Pollard, a guy like Andrew Simons for that matter as well. Like, yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. He's pretty good, this guy, isn't he? Shreyas Iyer, he gets his opportunity again. Unfortunately, I mean, he actually looked like he was going to get going quite early, but accidentally, you know, hit wicket, fell onto it, and yeah, not to be. Got out from his new Kolkata teammate as well, Lockie Ferguson, so a bit of in-team rivalry there. Hardik Pandya, the skipper. Unfortunately, not the game he would have wanted to play as the captain. Came in, faced 13 deliveries, and really did ruin the last over and took every single delivery off Surya for that last over. A little bit annoying, but look, at the end of the day, he just wanted to take the game as the captain and do something as well, which I can't blame him for. You know, if I was him, I probably would have looked to hit a quick single, but look, I mean, it is what it is. Disappointing, but, you know, I guess he'll learn from that. And if you've got someone at the other end who is 111 off 50, just get them on strike, all right? Get them on strike. He went. Deepak Huda came in. He faced 1 delivery. He went out. Washington Sundar then came in for the hat-trick ball. He went out. Tim Southee gets himself, I think it was his 5th hat-trick. So, just ridiculous bowling. It was a great last over, you know. I know Hardik couldn't get the strike to change, but Tim Southee bowled incredibly well in that last over and found himself a cute little hat-trick to pick up at the end. So, hey, India, they finished with 191. If it wasn't for Sky, they were looking at 140, 150 in this game. So, a massive congratulations to Surya for giving his team this victory, in my opinion. All right, the Kiwi bowlers. Tim Southee with that hat-trick. 3 for 34 off 4. Adam Milne. He doesn't. I'm not a big fan of Adam Milne. None for 35 off 4. I think he bowls a good, you know, full Yorker, but other than that, I don't really get a whole lot of intimidation from his bowling. Lockie Ferguson, 2 for 49 off 4. Jimmy Neesham, none for 9. Ish Sodhi, 1 for 35 off 4. And Mitchell Santner, none for 27 off 3. So look, wasn't, you know, a spinning pitch. It did have some pretty green top to it, so, you know, it wasn't exactly a spinning paradise at all. So, understandable there. Okay, into the Kiwis. They had to chase down 192 to get this W. It was always going to be a tricky task. But hey, the ground, it has really small boundaries. It's a good place to bat. And it's not like India were bowling incredibly well either, let's be real. So let's just get straight into it, guys. Finn Allen, he goes 2 balls in, a horrible shot to play. I don't know what on earth he was thinking in the first over, just to fucking slash at a delivery. And it was a great catch in the deep by Arshdeep Singh as well, which I did have a little bit of... I was a little bit scared he was going to drop it. He held on to it. Great catch. Devon Conway then went for 25. You wouldn't believe who caught it. Arshdeep Singh, baby. He's a great fielder now. 25 off 22 for Conway. Yeah, the game was over right there. As soon as Kane Williamson came to the crease, the game was ended. The game was done. Kane... I mean, look, I understand that Kane Williamson was losing wickets left, right, and centre around him, but the fact that he was like 52 off like 50 at one point... No, in fact, he was like 48 off 50 in one point, and then he hit a couple of late boundaries that got him over, but was not a very impressive innings. He took way too late to start to try and hit boundaries when the game was over, and his strike rate shows for it, 117. It would have been even worse if he didn't hit 2 boundaries off his last 2 deliveries. So, yeah, Kane, look, he is going to have a good ODI World Cup. He's still a good red ball cricketer, but T20 cricket, I think it's almost time for them to move on. Glenn Phillips, he goes for 12. Daryl Mitchell goes for 10. Yeah, the game was over. They actually did bowl quite well, let's not lie. Jimmy Neesham, Duck, Santner 2, Milne 6. The game was done. I'm not even going to bother. The game was done. Let's get into the Indian bowlers. Bhuvi Kumar bowled terrific. Was getting plenty of movement early. 1 for 12 off 3. Arshdeep Singh. He took a few catches, so he allowed the other bowlers to take some wickets, which was important. He's a good team man like that. None for 29 off 3. Siraj bowled really well, 2 for 24 off 1. Also had a wicket maiden. Yuzi Chahal. Now, I did say it wasn't much of a spinning pitch, but Yuzi takes 2 for 26, and Deepak Hooda takes 4 for 10 off 2.5. Now, I'm going to be honest, it's not like Deepak Hooda, bowled some incredible deliveries. Like, he took a big wicket here of Mitchell, and then he did, take some wickets at the end when the game was over and the New Zealand batsmen were just swinging as hard as they can. But, hey, you still take 4 wickets in any game. You've had a great day at the office. 4 for 10 off 2.5. And it just makes you think again why he was not used at the World Cup. I said that multiple times, that they kept playing Axar Patel, who wasn't that good of a batsman. I mean, he was batting way down the order. So he was there as a specialised spinner. And I feel like Deepak Hooda bowls quite similar at some times. So, yeah. Interesting, but Deepak Hooda bowled incredibly well. And hey, he gets all the credit. So, that is how this match is going to finish off. India, too good. Super Surya gets it done for Team India. So we go into the last game, which will be the decider. Can India finish it off with a 2-0 win, or will the Kiwis draw the series 1-all? Leave your predictions in the comments. Leave your comments about the current game that we just reviewed. The next game's tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. We're going to be reviewing it all here. So, hey, if you guys are new, subscribe, leave a like. Hey, I hope we all enjoyed, and I'll see everyone in the next one.